It's no secret that the Kansas City Chiefs are a very talented team they've been the best team in the NFL over the years. But what if I told you the Kansas City Chiefs are going to look even new and improved in 2024, and they're going to look even better and completely different than they have in the previous two seasons? I know y'all saying, how could they possibly look different than they did in the previous two seasons if those two seasons led to two Super Bowl wins? In this video, I'm going to be explaining why. So obviously, let's start off with the offense. As I've been saying in my videos, the Kansas City Chiefs offense is obviously new and improved. You actually have wide receivers to worry about this time. Last year, the wide receivers we had didn't really move nobody. They didn't really have the game plan for our wide receiver room. But now, the Kansas City Chiefs have a wide receiver room that defensive coordinators are going to have to game plan for. They are going to have to be on the lookout for. And they're also going to have to watch out for the speed and the electricity that our wide receiver room has. And it's going to be very fun to watch, man. It's going to be also interesting to see what they do this year when it comes to record and maybe an undefeated season. Who knows? But that's not it. The offense is going to be more fast-paced. The deep ball is going to be back. I mean, last season, we had a very troubling season. It wasn't fun for Chiefs fans. It got fun in the playoffs, but in the regular season, it was not fun. This year, we're going to absolutely have a very fun regular season, and it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be good to see. Now, when I say not only the wide receiver room, let's also talk about the running backs. I mean, Isaiah Pacheco, he's going to eat. No stack in the box. You can't stack the box now. So he's going to be eating, man, because they're going to have to worry about all that speed we have. So Pacheco's going to be a monster. He might go for 1,005. Who knows, man? CEH, we brought him back, and it wasn't a bad move to bring him back because he catches very well out the backfield, and CEH could run a little bit. He's not really a bad player. So the running back room should be good, and I believe in Carson Still to be a very great player. Hopefully, he could make the running back room. So I like what the Kansas City Chiefs could do. I love the potential of how good this offense and how good this team is going to be. I mean, offensive line, obviously, is still probably a little bit of an issue at left tackle, but right tackle is cool with Jawan Taylor. Right guard is obviously good with Trey Smith. Center, Creed Humphrey, and then left guard, future Hall of Famer Joe Thuney, so that should be good. And then left tackle, it's probably Wanya Morris and Kingsley fighting for the starting spot, but I don't think Kingsley's going to start in his first year. But if he does, let's see what he do. So that's that right there. And then obviously the tight end room, amazing. I mean, Kels, Jared Wiley, and Noah Gray, that's a very good tight end room. We can't complain about that. And obviously the king himself, the GOAT, Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. So it's really nothing to complain about on the offense. The offense is going to be very, very good. We probably should go back to that number one in points per game range, hopefully, or, top 3 in points per game. Hopefully we go back to around there. But I can see it happening pretty easily. And then if you look at the coaching, obviously we have Andy Reid and we have Matt Nagy at OC. So that's obviously the same. And Brett Veach is obviously still our GM. But yeah, man, the Chiefs, they're going to look different. The offense is going to be great. It's not going to have to be like last season where we have to rely on the defense for every game. Obviously, the defense is still going to come through big in moments, and the defense should still clutch it out for us. But we're not going to have to literally rely on them like how we did last year. So that's going to be very good. And also another fun fact, the game that y'all are watching in the video, I've been to this game. I was literally at this game. It was a good game, man. When Mahomes did that slide, I was like, yo, Mahomes, score the touchdown. But yeah, let's get back to the video. So now that we covered 4 minutes of the offense and how the offense is going to make the team look completely different, now we're going to get into the defense and how they're going to play their part in making this team completely different. And this is going to be the greatest team we've ever seen of all time. Let's get into it. Now, I don't need the negative Nancy's in my comments talking about, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. The Chiefs, you're overhyping them. They're not going to do this. They're going to, come on, just stop, man. This team is obviously going to be different than the previous years. I mean, if y'all could go back to all my videos, y'all could go back to videos from before we even beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I've been making predictions on the Chiefs forever, and most of my predictions has been right. I mean, y'all could go back to my videos last season, the season before that. Y'all could go back to my videos right after we lost Tyreek Hill. I've always made predictions. Maybe I wasn't right about literally everything, but I was right about mostly everything. I mean, I've always made predictions saying what we was going to do and how this and that was going to go. And I've always been right, man, because I just know stuff, man. Like, this is going to be a different Chiefs team. You got to just think about the facts and think about how football works. I mean, the game is won at the line of scrimmage. That's first, right? And our defensive line is amazing. Charles Omenihu, Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, Mike Dana, FAU. I mean, that's a insane defensive line, man. So us even having that type of defensive line is enough to tell you that we're gonna be stopping a lot of offenses. And then if you look at the other side, our offensive line, because the game is won at the line of scrimmage, we also have a top offensive line. So we're gonna be good when it comes to our D line and our offensive line, and that's very important in the game of football. And then if you look at the secondary, obviously the secondary is lights out, and we have some guys returning that was injured, like Brian Cook, Nazia Johnson. So that secondary is also gonna shine. The linebackers is, even though we lost Willie Gay, the linebacker room is still pretty good. It's pretty sharp. Drew Tranquil, Bolton, Leo Chenal. So our linebackers still seem pretty fine. And the defense is just going to be the same defense, maybe even better. Who knows? Because there's going to be a bunch of players that, they're developing. Because we have a young defense, so they're going to be developing. And then we're going to get to see what they do with, we're going to get to see what they do with this new defense without Snead and, guys like that. But the Kansas City Chiefs, it's going to be very hard to beat them. I mean, when you have a team that's going to have a very lights-out offense, that's very hard to stop, and then a defense that can slow you down, that's a recipe for success. I don't really see too many teams like that don't do good, except for teams that obviously deal with injuries. But usually when a team has a top offense and a top defense, they make a deep playoff run. And I believe that the Kansas City Chiefs will obviously make a deep playoff run. Why wouldn't I believe that? So yeah, man, that's just part of why this team just keeps doing good, because they keep improving and they know what they need to fix, and then they end up fixing it. Offense is just gonna be amazing, man. With, people that pop out, that stand out on the offense, such as Rice, Hollywood Brown, Worthy, Pacheco, Kels, obviously Mahomes. This team, man, I love this team. I love this team, and it's just the best time to be a Chiefs fan. It's the best time to be a football fan in general. I don't know if I'm saying that only because I'm a Chiefs fan, but it's definitely the best time to, be a football fan. It's definitely the best time to support the Chiefs, because the Chiefs is going to keep making us proud, and they're due for another big year. And I do think when it comes to being the first team to three-peat, I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to be the first team to three-peat. And I'm gonna bet money on it. Trust me. As soon as them FanDuel lines open for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, future bets, put on 100 on that. All types of crazy stuff. 100 on Mahomes to win MVP. Anything Chiefs related, I'm doing. But it's been your boy Chiefs Priority. I'm out, man. Peace.